Hi guys, it's me Karen, and I've come back for part 2 of The Ink House by Rory Dobner. I am doing this page here. We started in part 1 with what we have here, except for this half of the page. So I finished the top up here for the most part. It's not quite done, still tweaking it. But I did the curtains and decided this is going to be blue just like the curtains here, but a little bit darker. And I kind of finished the apple a little bit, and all I did was use the mahogany down here on the apple, added some of the tan in here, and then a little Posca for a highlight. I'm also going to use those colors down here on the leaves to brighten those up. So I'm going to probably do the floor and more of these trees up here, and just kind of figure out what we're going to do with the rest of the page. So I will get you down and we will start. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start on the leaves, and this is just the Sargent Arts mahogany pencil. We're just going to darken up the red that I had put in these leaves. Kind of give it a little shadowing here. And that just kind of brightens them up a little bit, especially since we're on brown floor. Just wanted them to look like little fall leaves. Kind of feels that way outside. It's pouring down rain today. July weather is interesting. So we'll have rain for one day, and then we'll jump right up to the 80s for the next day. Gonna put a little brown in here too, just where I had added some brown into the leaves. So wherever I can find it. And I'm also gonna add a little on the floor here because I missed that spot. But also on the floor, we're gonna use all the brown pencils. And what do we have here? We have some maize. And we have that's an orange. I thought I had another one out here. I have burnt sienna, brown, and maize. What we're going to do is just take them. This is the burnt sienna. Kind of go down the line here. And there's a line across here where the wood goes. And I'm just going to drag some lines. Some starting up there and some starting down from the nail. And we'll just pull them up for that one. And like under the nail is going to be a darker spot, so that's always a good spot to pull some of that up. We're just going to go with the grain of the wood. And just bring some color down. Make sure our planks have got some darkness where they meet up, because that would be the darkest spot there. And we're just going to bring it down, just kind of following the lines that are already there. We're going to go over it with all the colors, so I'm going to go in first with this color. Trying to keep them straight. Kind of rotating the pencil so the sharpest edge will be down on the paper. That way I don't have to keep sharpening it. Okay, now we'll go to another color, and this is just brown. So we'll want to add some of this in. Just running it off the paper. Run some in there so that leaf doesn't look like it's floating on air. And then we'll go in with the maze. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some distress ink and put the brown down here on the bottom. I need to find the tool, and I need a brown one on here. And that is probably easier said than finding on my desk. So hold on a moment. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and put some vintage photo on here. And I will bring over my sticky notepad. I go through a lot of these. I'm going to put it on the ruffle here just so I don't get any on there. And I'm just going to get it on and just kind of pull it downward. Okay, I'm getting just this portion up here inked, and I'm just kind of using it like the side of a pencil. And I'm just going to bring that ink all the way down to the end of the page. I'm going to put a paper underneath there just because I don't want to get it on the page underneath. Okay, so I'm just going to put this, stick it under. And you'll see how much ink is going on up here and how much I'm just going to wipe right off the edge of the page. Now where the boards meet, it'd be nice if that was a little darker, so I just rub an extra bit there. Down to the end of the book. I'm just going to rub that in down here on the edge of the paper a little darker. There. Now we have a nice dark wood floor. Add the kit back here. All right, I guess while we have the ink out and the ink pad, we'll do the little wood panels on this side. So we're going to put the sticky note here. And on the inside, 2 of them here. I only want it going so far. And we'll just stick one down here. I just had that ink pad thing. And we're just going to take it and just fill in that area. It's okay if it gets on the tree, being brown. I did go up a little too high there, but that's okay. I remember from the last book, all we do is take a little bit of water on that and blend it in. So we're going to try to get just a little bit there, and then a little bit down here. There. Okay, I will take my water brush here and fix up this little boo-boo. Just blend that into our beige that's up here. Water-based ink, we can do that. Okay, then we're going to do all of these like that. I don't think you need to watch me do that. I think we'll also do this piece across here in the same manner. I'll think about that. It's either that or I do inking on there, I'm not sure. Okay, we've got the floor done. We've got the frames going up. I keep playing with the trees up there, so I'll show you how I do those. Get it down far enough for the tree. I've just been taking the browns, put the darkest one down on the bottom and kind of bring it up into the other color. And any place where it would come at a joint here. That is the burnt sienna, brown, and the, I think I was using yellow orange. We will find out. Yeah, a little bit of that. So that just kind of blends them a little bit better together. And it introduces a color I did not use in this one down here. Try to keep the tree and the wood different colors. So this is just brown. Underside, sorry, my cat just scratched me. I want darker. On this back branch. Sorry about that, but the phone rang. So I was just working on the trees, doing the brown here in the back, trying to get that one nice and dark. And then we go in with the lighter two colors and put a nice color into that area. And kind of try to get, since I have a nice point on this one, get the tree all the way down there into the crack area there. And that looks good. We'll do the same with the little guy here. There. So we'll try to work on this one here too. Now, because I went over the branches here with some blue, I want to actually go in with the darkest color here. That will kind of hide the blue a little bit more. There we go. We'll just darken that a little bit more, and we'll add some tan in there also, just to brighten it up a little bit, and do that on the top up here too, just to give some of these branches some brightness. So as you can tell, my wood gets about 5 to 6 different colors in it, and gets shaded that way. We can probably put some of that color there too. Okay. All right. So we'll quit playing with those pencils right now, and we will get you some work in this area here. We did the curtains in navy blue. I believe it was navy blue. I'm looking at the pencils I have out here. Okay, could have been deep blue. I know it wasn't bright blue. One more blue hiding in here. There we go, navy blue. So we're just going to go in navy blue on this back curtain. And because it's more or less, seems to be like built into the wall. I had a bed like that when I was a little one. It didn't have pretty curtains and stuff on it. Mine was just built into the wall. Would have been nice to have pretty curtains. I had a room upstairs in our house, and the upstairs, I mean, that was it. It was my room, and then the attic was a door on the other side of my bedroom. My bed was built into the wall, and so were my dresser drawers. Okay, we're just going to add a little of that there, and try to bring that up in there. There should be enough of the navy blue to give me a shadow in the back, but a nice darkness. We will find out, and if it doesn't, I can always add pencil on there. So we're just going to start here and go up and bring that down. And this up. And where they meet, they should have a nice color, hopefully. Oops, I got some on the bed. It's okay. Just trying not to do that again. But it'll give a nice shadow for my gray bed, huh? Okay, well, I don't think this brush has got enough water in it. So I'm going to have to put some of that on a pad here. The navy blue. And then we'll just pick it up from here. And add some more in there nicely. And blend it up a little better. Okay, that's pretty wet, so I'm here and let that dry. Okay, I think it's too much there. Kind of pull that over a little bit. What is on the other side of this page? Oh, I think it's the, yeah, Arboretum, or the star gazing with the owl. So that's okay, because that's all going to be painted if that bubble's on the other side. So we're going to leave that there to do its drying. And we're going to come down. And let's see, the only other things I have is the woodwork on here and the door. So we'll go ahead and panel this off. And see how this will work. And I think it goes right up to, oh, wait a minute now. That's a door frame, so we have to go over one notch. I don't know what color I'm going to do the door frame. There's a sticky spot. Okay, up to there. I have to do the blue spot on this side. Just grab off a few of these, and we're going to have to block it off at the top too. Okay. Like I said, I got through a lot of sticky notes. It's probably an easier way to do it, but that's what I've got on my desk, and I tend to use what I have. I don't like to go out and get too much stuff. Okay, so we're just gonna darken this up in this area. Run it down. And just be a little more careful around the blue curtain. And we can bring it right down into the floor. Same color. Okay. I'll peel that off. And we have a little extra over here. We can just pull that over. All right, that's not too bad. Little pencil work on that, and it'll be nice and dark. And I'll do the same on this side. A lot more stuff I have to be a little careful about. Let's see. That's a wall. I've got to check this out because that's different. So it goes to here. Okay. And then the top up here to about there. So we'll have to do that part first. So we'll get the brown in down here. Okay. Then we have to rearrange our little bit to this side. And the top up here. And there we go. There's a little piece down here, but just ink it in. I'm darken that tree up too. All right. Up here on the top, there's a big piece of wood that goes across here and up here. So I'm going to block it here. Not up high enough. This one confuses me. It looks like it doesn't go all the way across here. It looks like it ends here, but that piece comes down to here. All confused because there isn't a line here, and I think that's part of the ceiling. So what I'm going to do is just cut this one off at the top where I painted in the yellow, and just go across. I'm going to do a better job of that. The whole piece up here goes to there and up there. So we're going to try that. Okay. I'll have to do this in a different color, I think. Let's see if this comes down and goes across and goes across. I'm going to do it in blue, or in the same color. I'm going to get this one marked off. Just getting that one darker. Okay, and then I have to cut it across this way. And just get some color on there. It's in the corner of the book. And then I'll just go across this piece also. Get it a little darker because it's underneath, so I'm just adding a little extra ink to that and pressing it down harder. Okay, and I know I got a little there, so water brush again, and we're just gonna touch that up a little. There. All right, sticky notes can go away. Just throw them over there. And then we're just going to take our pencils when this is dry, the browns that we had before, and we'll just add in some shadows. This is just the brown. Nope, burnt sienna, sorry. Just gonna darken it up. And then add in the other colors just to help it out a little bit. Make it look like a wood paneling here. So pretty dark at the bottom, and then add in the colors going up. This one is the yellow orange. And then the last one we're going to use is the tan. And I'll make it dark down here and up at the top and kind of leave it a different shade in the center. So that's how all that woodwork is going to be done, in the same way. Make sure you get it nice and dark down here on the bottom of the floor. Okay, so that's how the woodwork going up is going to be. And on any of these, we'll just touch up the corners, make those darker. Okay, and the ones up here we're going to have to color on our own. I don't have a round sticky note. So we'll just go in with the browns. It's hard for me to see up there. I'll blend that better when I can get a little closer to it, but I'm doing it the same way as I did this one up here. Okay, and I'll probably put a little more of the ink right in here, and then the yellow will be up on the top. I'll add a little of the tan on these two. Okay, so what I'll do, got a little brown in that, didn't I? Nice thing about water-based ink. Okay, what I'm going to do off camera is just do the woodwork like I did here. Bring it all the way up and across and do all these little panels. And then we'll come back and I will do the little bunny for you. Okay, I've been doing the woodwork and I thought maybe I could probably show you a little bit more on it. I kind of went just kind of up so far. So I'm going to try up here in the corner, and I'm going to bring some of this color across here. So I'm going to try to turn the book a little bit so I can get up there and you can see it. So we're going to go in with the brown up here first. There's going to be kind of two shades, the undershade and then this piece up here that kind of looks like it goes across here but doesn't. It's going to be interesting. But I'm going to make that darker, so I'm going to put a lot of pressure on this brown pencil and bring it up. this piece over here. Also, then we're going to go in with the yellow orange, just going over the same area, and then bringing it up just a hint more. Then we're going to go in with the tan and bring it up to the edge up here. So it's kind of wherever I want the darkest part to be is where I'll put the brown. But if I want it even darker, I'll go in with the burnt sienna and darken it just a bit more down here. And we'll do that coming down too. It's just, it confuses me. This side doesn't match with this side. So I'm trying. It looks like there's a line here, so we're gonna put a little darkness in this area and pull it down this way. And if you notice, I got some of that distress ink on that tree, so I'm just gonna pull it across so it doesn't look like I drew that line right up there. Bring it down to this area here. Take a dark there, cover up that blue spot that I had on there. We're going to go around that little lip there. Okay, then we're going to go in with the brown, because that was the burnt sienna. Right on top of it. We can go up in that tree because it has the same colors. Bring it down. Go over this tree a little bit. And there's a difference between this wall and this wall. So I want to kind of bring that line down so we know where it is. And then I'm going to bring that color over here. Try not to color the tree. Go back in with the yellow orange. And the tan's already there from coming upward. Okay. Now on this piece of wood on this side, we will omit one of those colors and we will just go in with the tan first on this side to keep it light. And then going across this way, we'll go in with some of that orange. I don't go so far. And we're going to put a little of just the brown under the edge here. where it would be a little darker. A little on the top ledge a little bit, and just around the edge of this section. And that will blend it right into the piece that's coming up. Okay, we'll add a little of that brown in here on the frame too. All right. And I'll do the same thing on this side, just darkening it here and bringing it down and then darkening it over. But I wanted to show you how I'm getting that effect. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is, I don't think the beige is quite dark enough, and I don't want to be mixing it up and getting the page any wetter because it's, you know, kind of crinkly. So I'm going to just go in with some ink, and I have scattered straws here, and all I have was a yellow piece of paper to show you what color it is, but that doesn't help you out much, does it? So I'm just going to lightly go over any of the areas that I want that beige color. And since it's a yellowy beige, it will show up. And I don't have to add any more water to the page. And we'll put a little in here. And over on this side. And then I'm going to use my little stamp I have. I did that with that, both these colors. So I have the scattered straw and the vintage photo. And the stamp is the itty bitty background stamp, and they're just little tiny dots in random areas, and I'm just going to splot up the walls. I don't know how else to say it, but it's just putting kind of like a speckle look on them. Kind of gives them an old-fashioned look. I think maybe I'll add a little of the brown, but I'm going to stamp it off first because that's a little dark. And then I'll just kind of stick them in there. There we go. That's that part. I still have to do the lock and the bunny, and I'm going to be doing those in a gray. So we have our little pad back, and I have the Payne's gray. I wonder if I can find a nice spot to put that in. And I have the white, because I don't think my bunny should be really too gray, so we're going to add some white into it. I'm going to use this same brush. Hopefully my head doesn't get in the camera too much. So I'm just kind of mixing the gray with the white. I know it's on the blue, so it looks like it's blue. But it really should be gray. I'm hoping it's gray. So we're going to do the little bunny. And if it turns out a little bluish, I guess that's okay. Don't want him bluish, but he might end up being bluish. So just that little bit will cover the whole rabbit. And I wanted to start on his feet, especially this back one because it's behind him. Then I'm just taking a touch of that gray and adding it on to the existing color I already have down. just into the shadowy parts. Into the little paw here. Okay. And then we have a little bit of, not pink, the Shiraz. I'm going to add a little of that into this white, and we're going to give him a little pink nose. And some pink on his cheeks. Just a little bit. Okay. A little more gray, just where he connects with the fox here. And just a little bit under his arms, shadowing him. Okay, the keyhole, we're just going to go straight into the gray. There we go. Maybe a little bit more gray down around the shadowed areas. All right. Well, that is the gist of the picture. If I do any more little touch-ups, I will show you. I'm going to fix this candle. I got it quite dark. So we're just going to take a little Posca. And kind of pull up some of those wax drips. Like that. And then I will take a pencil when they dry and just soften the tips of those. And I will take a picture at the end here, or stick it at the end. I may want to darken these leaves up just a bit more so they don't blend right into the floor. Get their little stems there too. But yeah, for the most part, it's done. So sorry, can't go anywhere. I didn't do the cushions. So sorry. We were going to do those in gray, so I'm going to, let's see, tilt the book a little bit. We do have the gray still on our mat, and I'm going to add a little of it over here and just kind of blend it up. It's gray on kind of a blue, so it's not going to show up too much, but it'll show up enough. And this is the darker part, and we're just going to go up and around. I wanted to cover up the little blues I made up there. Okay. And the cushion. Get that kind of wet, and then add some more of that in there. Just going in to the gray that I did the bunny in, and just mixing that in there. Totally forgot about this part. It was working so well. And the picture, I didn't even remember to color it. Okay. Now, now when that dries, I will take a picture of this and put it at the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching, subscribing, and liking my videos, and ringing the bell if you want notifications. I really appreciate it. So I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Take care, everyone. Bye now.